YouTube anime lovers, back with another video. Um Kiznavier episode 3. Now this episode is really good, and I really have to say the characters, like just the characters, the personality, the background, even the looks, they really did good with this. I have to say that this is the best anime since, the Brave Six. Since that anime to do characters like this. And now we find out in this episode that there's actually a seventh. Now we all, you know, thought this is obviously related to seven deadly sins. The blue haired girl said, what is her name? And no, not that. Um, can't find the name, but the blue haired girl, obviously she kind of referred them to the seven deadly sins, and now we see the seventh person. Before we get into this, the friendship is kind of bonding. Now I know this is only third day, third day of them being Kiznaviers, but we can already see a friendship. Well, there's already a friendship between, Kachan and Chidori. That's already a friendship. Between everybody else, you got Tenga, you got Nico, Yuta, and Hinazaki, I believe that's her name. They're kind of like lone wolves. Other than Chidori and Kachan, there's no friends. But Tenga and Kachan's really becoming close. He's basically being a big brother role to him, saying, hey, stop letting people run over you. Your body is pretty much my body now, so you get hurt, I get hurt, so you gotta step up, man. But other than that, they find out that they are going to be Kiznaviers for the rest of the summer. Basically a mission to survive the summer, and then they have a mission to find the seventh. And when they find out, they keep getting hurt. They end up coming together like, who keeps getting hurt, and they finds out it's the seventh. So they go looking for this guy, and he is a masochist, and that is something you don't want when you're bound to each other and can feel each other's pain. If you guys don't know what a masochist is, I'll put it right here in the picture right now. Yeah, so that's what a masochist is. Somebody who really gets a feeling of bliss when pain is inflicted, or they feel it. Pretty weird, and definitely not the type of person you want to be bound to by wounds. But they end up finding the guy, and it's completely funny because every time he hides and get away, Tenga ends up smacking or punching Yuta, and he's just like, and the dude ends up like moaning or letting out a sound. I don't want to basically repeat, but it's hilarious, and he keeps running, and then Kachan ends up seeing him, and it's crazy, dude. Kind of, I forget his name. Ishama. I forgot his name. Next episode I'll find his name, but he ends up telling Kachan, like, if you really want to connect with me, die. He said right now, and then it's like, what? I wonder what happened if one of them died. That would be terrible. Like, I know they can't be. I mean, I don't know what would happen. But I will say this. Tenga ends up, saying this guy has to learn a lesson that, his body is our body. If he want pain, I'll give him pain. He steps up on the rail, and it's like a bridge where cars is coming. Obviously, he's planning to jump, but he's too scared. Before anybody actually know, Kacha ends up jumping over the rail and get hit by a truck. It lands in like a Porsche, and I'm like, what the fuck? Everybody, is in pain because that shit had to hurt. So I don't know if I would have made, like pummeled him or what if I was like down there with him. But he ends up being okay. He says it's just a concussion, and Kachan can't really feel pain. So with that, our seventh Kiznavier actually went into happy mode, and it was kind of like it was kind of what I gotta say this it was really adult. It had an adult vibe because when Hinazaki, Yuta, and Nico turns him around, he just all like he had an orgasm, and then he just his hand is by his pants, and every time when the mission's cleared, like the little blue wrist thing like explode into like white confetti, and he was just like, oh, and really adult vibe right there. And I was like, whoa, that was a bit too much, but I guess. But this episode was really fun to watch, especially with learning the seventh is masochist. So it's just like, what's next? What's really next? Oh, and another thing, Hinazaki, her confession, she said when she killed somebody, that wasn't true at all. She was like, you guys really didn't believe me, did you? I mean, for a second, I did, so I was like, she's a fucking murderer. Everybody watch it back, but, it turns out something different. But that was episode 3. Definitely a great anime I'm watching. It's a lot of good anime this season, but let me know if this is one of your favorites so far. Let me know your favorite episode, your favorite moment. Let me know something in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like the video. Other than that, peace out, YouTube.